This is a bronze 3 VOD review for Cypher on stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, follow my Twitch.
Yes, this should do. This. Yes, this should do.
You play Cypher that much,
This is a nice spot.
but I don't get what this tripwire is for. What's this tripwire for over here? Is it for people coming from cat? Because if so, then it's better to have it over here. Also, Cypher usually plays B on this map, I think, right? There's a lot of better places for this tripwire. If you don't want people coming from cat, you should probably put it on cat, because you get the information earlier, as well as here if they come from cat, they can go into tree, and you wouldn't know because it's tripwire. Usually, if they go to door, you'll hear it close. Or you'll have a teammate on cat or a tree, so you'll know more. You'll have information, or a teammate in garden. So I think there's a lot better places for this tripwire. And I don't place it just because it goes inside the door and people can't shoot it.
This is a nice
Or it looks like it's not even inside the door, so you can still shoot it.
cage trigger.
You don't really need that cam, because until you know the enemy's habits and what they do, you don't really need to put that aggro cam, because first of all, he heard one pair of footsteps and got scared and ran away. You can put that there if you want to check, if you want to hold this angle with the camera, and then once they peek, you get out of it and peek and shoot them. But he puts the cam down, wastes the cage because he hears one pair of footsteps, doesn't even check the cam, and runs away.
I headshot Soda with the ghost, so he's hit 90.
Caught one. Cage.
So they are all coming.
Spike down A.
Reyna minus 55, Jet minus 21.
Caught one.
It's smart to not ping them, because only the Reyna realize there's a camera, and when you don't ping them, you can see them for longer, and your teammates know what they're doing. Instead of just pinging one when there's no real, like, if you ping them here, all they're gonna do is just wait. They're not gonna peek, so you're not actually gonna get anything from pinging one of them with your camera. They're just gonna stand behind the wall, remove it, stay in A main, and then peek. So they're not actually gonna help anything by pinging. So it's a good job that he didn't ping anybody with it. Good job pinging the floor
They are
though.
all coming.
And then he just like didn't shoot the killjoy.
Caught one. Cage.
So they are all coming.
I think he was just trying to capitalize off the.
Spike
I think he was just trying to capitalize off of his tripwire and the cage. But I think it's best to just focus on making sure you don't die. Because if he kills a killjoy here, I guarantee he kills her if he shoots at her when he sees her.
Caught one.
If he shoots at her
They are
now,
all coming.
she's not even looking at him. She's running and gunning.
Spike
I
down
guarantee he
A.
kills her.
Reyna minus 55, Jet minus.
all coming.
Caught one. Cage.
So they are all coming.
Spike down A.
He just
Reyna
peeked out
minus
very
55,
far as well.
Jet minus 21.
You can just peek out.
Caught one.
You can peek out to his left behind. You can peek out over here from Jen instead of peeking at a worse angle where there's a lot. You can be seen by a lot more people.
Cage.
So they are all coming.
Spike down
It all
A.
depends on the cage and when he put it.
Cage.
So they are all coming.
But especially here, because you know a lot of people go door. They go door immediately. So when you're behind on the shorter part of generator, you can't be seen by people from door, and you can still jiggle. You can peek left and right, and you don't have to commit as much as you do here, because you can't retreat here. Once he's fighting this killjoy, once he's fighting the KO, he's stuck here fighting them. He can't retreat because he has to go all the way back to here He has to go all the way back and then left. And that's taken like a long time, as well as he's slowed by the enemy shots. It's just not going to end well.
Coming.
Spike down A.
Reyna minus 55, Jet minus 21.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Nice, other one boxes.
Last player standing.
100.
So let's run onto the side, same with Reyna.
Spike planted. Last player standing. Spike planted. Last player standing.
So let's run onto the side, same with Reyna.
Spike planted. Last.
Same with Reyna.
Crosshair placement here is
So let's
kind of
run onto
low.
the side, same with Reyna.
He's always looking a bit low.
So let's run onto the side, same
Like he's I think he's prematurely
with
getting
Reyna.
ready to peek through door right here, even though he hasn't cleared all of market. You don't know if the enemy's market.
So let's run onto
Focus on the
side,
present
same
and
with Reyna.
clearing what your biggest threat is, which is behind this corner right here, in this corner, and all these corners. He hasn't cleared all of them yet, and he's getting ready to look through
So let's
market
run
door
onto the
towards
side,
us
same with
switch.
Reyna.
And now he has good crosshair level on switch, but if there's an enemy here, or here, or really anywhere here, he would have been dead.
Spike planted.
So you need to focus on
Last player standing.
like what your challenge is now.
Oh my goodness.
You don't need to focus on the like where the enemies are gonna be in 10 seconds. You gotta focus on when they're gonna be right now.
Spike.
This is a nice spot. Wow, my eyes are down.
I don't know why he didn't grab the Spectre. It's very clearly on the floor right there next to KO's body.
Spike down A.
I don't know. I think you should just grab it. It's a much better gun than a classic, and he's not in any immediate danger right now. There's no enemies coming out of the smoke, and he's got three teammates watching it for him. He also spams for no reason. I get that the jet was right there, especially with a classic though. There's no need to spam with a classic, and if you're the first person to spam and you don't have a silenced weapon, the enemy can see your bullet tracers, and so it's very easy to shoot just in your general area, and it's easy to kill you. So try not to spam first, and if you do spam first, make sure to have a Spectre or a Phantom or a Ghost.
Spikes here. This
Okay, he's finally going to B. That's good.
this goes here. That goes there.
Yay.
Okay, here.
Trigger. They found my wire. Cage
He
trigger.
put his cage very prematurely. There's no indication that they're pushing out, and a cage is mainly used
Rotating.
like
KO
it's like a
and
smoke.
KO
Use it
comes
when they're supposed to push out. You don't just throw it there for no reason.
KO.
Just because they broke a tripwire. If his omen wasn't there, I'd understand putting up the cage. But because his omen is sitting logs, and you can see by this line right here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, on the stream, but his line can see into lane. He can see if they push out. He's not smoked off by that omen smoke. He doesn't need to put his cage up.
Cage trigger.
And same goes with holding this angle right here. I know I think he heard that sound of somebody in the cage. That sound right there. But he's holding this angle even though his omen is still here, still logged, still watching it. There's no need to watch it. He could be holding market or
KO's gonna come from tree.
or B main because there's no one watching mid at all. Mid is completely open. They could even be CT right now. You need to be more aware of what's happening.
KO and KJ are probably
His team, I'm assuming Sova is Heaven by this or somewhere on A. Mid is so completely open that you need to be aware of that. when there's 3 alive, you should have 1 mid, 1 A, 1 B, unless you know stuff, unless you have information about where the enemy is, which here they don't really. They knew 1 was B, but they should still be 1 mid because a mid to B split is very common on Ascent.
Kale's gonna come from tree.
No, K is still B.
Good in
Unless he knows
market.
lineups. Dang it, he's market.
Shucks, he's market.
Last player standing.
Yeah, they're B.
30 seconds left. Last player. Last player standing.
Yeah, they're B.
I think he was shift walking there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like shift walking into the peak.
Last player standing.
Yeah, they're B.
It's fine to shift walk into it, but let go of it mid fight. Like it's not a stealth mission anymore. On like after you've already killed 1 guy, you know.
Last player standing.
I think
Yeah,
you did
they're
get
B.
tagged, but I'm pretty sure you're still holding shift.
30
So
seconds
just
left.
unshift walk mid fight.
NT. Mid.
What?
Can you close door, Cypher?
I don't know why I put
I
a
think I
shift
heard-
logs. And also I can like I mean you can tell
think-
he's like jokingly like kind of angry,
Mid.
frustrated, trying to get this cam up there.
Can you close door,
But-
Cypher?
Once it was 3 seconds into the round. No,
Can you
7
close door,
seconds
Cypher?
into the round by the time you placed it. Just don't place it at that point.
'Cause I
Because
think I
chances
heard-
are, if the enemies are actually there, they're going to be pushed up enough to see it go down and just shoot it right away. Well, setting up early in the buy phase is very important as Chamber, Cypher, Killjoy. Yeah, I think those are the main 3 that set up early in the round.
Can you wallbang that?
They found my wire.
Oh my gosh, they're all hit for so much. I like hit them all for some.
They found my wire.
Much. Can you wallbang that?
They found my wire.
Oh my gosh, they're all hit for so much. I like hit them all for some.
They found my wire.
I also
I like hit-
don't think Cypher realized there was an enemy
Can you
Killjoy.
wallbang that?
Oh, that's what the Omen was asking for. You could wallbang the
Oh my
Killjoy.
gosh, they're all
Oh,
hit
because
for
I didn't
so
even realize
much.
it was a Killjoy ult.
I like hit them all for some.
But
They found my wire.
I think you should try to. When there's a. Something's wrong with. I think there's like some smoke somewhere. It's hard to breathe. But when there's a Killjoy ult going down, you have to like aggro.
Can you wallbang
Because
that?
they're pushing up. He should just stay up on lane and just aggro them. Because he's
Oh,
gonna
because
die
they're
either way.
all
If he
hit for
gets
so much.
detained, he's
I-
dying either way. It does not matter how good of a player he is. He's dying either way when they're that close and there's that many of them.
Like hit them
So you just
all
need
for
to try to
some.
push and
They found my wire.
try to just brute force your way into a kill by jumping up onto the lane or just holding that angle, trying to get at least 1.
They found my wire.
Let's go.
That's smart.
How I didn't hit the arena at all.
These tripwires were.
They found my
I mean, you can see them getting placed, and they're not like
Go.
an aggressive thing like a Sova shock shot or a raise nade. It's like or a killjoy molly. It's a very
How I didn't
passive
hit the
thing that's
arena
used for
at all.
defense. So there's no reason to just throw them down like
Omen,
that.
nice shot.
He's not gonna walk into them. He knows you just placed them.
Thank you.
I mean, just save the $400 because you lost $400 just on that.
Nice.
Spike
Yeah.
down A.
I see this sort of jump peaking in so many lower ranked games. And I know for a fact that this guy watched
They found
a
my
pro do this. For a reason the pro understands completely. In a situation the pro understands completely. And knows the right time to do it. And he saw that and said, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm gonna do it. And I don't know in what situation I'm gonna do it in. And he still does it.
Thank you, my bad.
Just because a pro does something doesn't mean you should.
Spike
They do it
planted.
for a lot of different
Player
reasons.
standing.
They don't do it all the time. And they're freaking pros. Like you don't know as much as they know. I don't know as much as they know. But what I do know, that you shouldn't jump peek on defense like this.
They found my wife.
The enemy should be the ones jump peeking it. You should be just holding it straight up, just post it up, watching that. They should be the ones jump peeking because they're the ones who have to come to you. You're on defense. You don't need to jump peek like this. There's just when you watch a pro play, you can see what they do and you can take into account what they do and try to copy it, but you need to understand why they do it. Do it in the same situations they do. Don't do it just because you want to do it, just because you want to be a pro. And also, don't change your sense to a pro's sense, and don't change your crosshair to a pro's crosshair because you think it's going to make you better. It's not. You should fiddle with your crosshair and your sense to get what you like, but don't just
Thank you,
copy
my bad.
a pro. These tripwires are very odd. Cypher, if you're watching this, you should
You should run.
watch some Cypher setup videos on YouTube. They're very helpful.
Oh my.
Sorry, I had to give him sight. I couldn't get out of that.
Don't leave mid, please.
Last player standing.
Shoot the random flash or run away. Don't just stay there posted hoping you're gonna hit some nasty clip by just spraying through it. Just flick and flick back.
Yeah, she's already got 20 kills.
If you're stuck with that, go to Grid Shot
Jeez.
on Aim Labs. Or Spider Shot, I think, is a better one for that. Just don't sit through a thing like that.
That goes there.
Don't do these tripwires either. Unless you're gonna play super passively and have everything set up on site, don't do this.
NT.
In the clutch, you want to never have people on all sides of you. You want to only have them preferably in one direction. You don't want to have to put your head on a swivel and be in a VR set, turn around like this, trying to clutch. You should have put this cage down and went back CT or watched market. He did watch market, but he went into boat, and then he wasn't worried about CT. These two should be his main focus because the bomb was just planted. There's still 35 seconds on it. He still has time to work with. I mean, obviously 1v5 is almost unwinnable every single time, but the only way to win it is to isolate fights and play to your advantage. He did a good job with the Cypher ult if he was going for it, which he was. He got a good kill on the Killjoy. But after that, you need to focus on CT because you need to get rid of this one because she is going to be a pain in your ass if you don't get rid of her. And once you do, you can finally focus on these two and not have to worry about CT, market, or B main. You just need to isolate your fights, get forward positioning. And in this situation, forward positioning would mean pushing the Jet or the Killjoy or the Sova and the KO. But when I say pushing, I mean absolutely putting the pressure on them and moving fast. Here he didn't do that. I think the better option here is to push the Jet and the Killjoy, get rid of them, and then push onto site.
Anyone hear anything?
Fuck, I whiffed my shots just from double tree.
What just happened to his crosshair?
40 jet.
Spike planted.
He just walked in the open like as if A-main was being watched, but it wasn't. If first off, don't walk in with a bomb ever like this. Don't like unless you're lurking alone and it's a plan to have 4A, 1B you lurking. Walk onto site. Don't walk onto site with bomb. Number two, if you want to lurk or shift walk or go very quietly into site, clear everything first. Don't round a corner like this. You should still jiggle peek and you know clear everything in increments as you do it, holding shift, but don't turn a corner like this and don't. Here he exposed himself to everything all at once. He exposed himself. To go back a few frames, he turns the corner and he instantly gets exposed to everything here. The switch, the stairs, to the turret up here, and to CT. And when he sees the turret, he doesn't stop and back up. He keeps going, exposing himself to more angles and eventually being killed by the Sova, sitting very close left lane.
Spike down B. Last player
81
standing.
killjoy. Oh my gosh.
I have the spike.
Nom, nom, nom. Don't crouch with the Spectre. Just run and gun. Run and gun and put your aim down to the damn floor, and then you'll kill him. Unless you know it's a lineup, people usually don't throw a KO knife or a shock dart, or a KO knife or a recon dart, or
Right now.
whatever in the same spot. Unless you can tell it's a lineup and it comes from the other side of the map, it's not going to go to the same spot every round. So you don't need to sit there and hold it like that.
I hear someone rotating behind us.
They're going to lose?
Nice.
Spawn.
Okay, what are these tripwires? What is this? Who are you protecting yourself from? Is the spy from TF2 going to come around here? Absolutely no need for this. Put one here. If you're going to put one here, it's good to put one here. Put one here maybe. I know it's very hard to get there on ascent in the buy phase as it's super fucking long to run around here, but don't put him here. What, like, if your team was 5 attacking A, it would make sense to maybe put 2 of them here. I mean, it'd be better to put one just right here. But if your team is attacking all A, there's 5A, no one lurking anywhere else. This is still questionable, but I understand why you do it. But it's not even all A, so there's no reason to put those here. Don't just put tripwires places for no reason. Don't put them there just because it's a tripwire and you're Cypher and you have to put them somewhere. Put them places for a reason. Everything you do in Valorant should have a reason and something behind it.
Cage triggered.
Green up plan.
Oh, there's still one more B.
You saw him on the map. You should probably check that next
Up
time.
plan.
I mean, look, you should look at his map next time because you can see him for
Oh, there's
3
still
seconds.
one more B.
You can't tell if he's up or down, but it's obvious that he's
Still
there
one
and you should
more
be looking.
B.
Try to be more focused on your map and more aware.
Sova was like.
Stealing sight.
Let's.
Another bad tripwire?
No,
Okay,
don't do
okay.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
push that or something?
these tripwires are funky.
Nice.
Where is everyone?
Good ult, very good ult. Ults are best used at the beginning of the round when you just get one pick. The Cypher ult is so good when you get one pick. It's a very good way to up your chances of winning the round very much.
Spike
Bad
down
teammates
A.
like these are a good way to lose a round,
I
but
got this spike.
his Cypher ult was very
I
good.
got you.
there. Don't put it there after the round starts because they can hear it.
Cover going out. Cover going out.
As you're coming out of anywhere really, but B main for this example, don't hug this corner as tight as you can and turn around it. Because if there's somebody in lane, they're gonna see you and your shoulder much earlier than you'll see them. If there was somebody here, you would have been dead ages ago.
Spike carrier is killed.
Spike down B.
Nice right now. Say Killjoy was back though. Nice. That was very unfortunate
You
timing.
wasted the overheal. Or wasted the heal. Sorry, not the overheal.
Last player standing.
That's unfortunate.
Don't do that. Kids, don't do that. Don't just stand in the open for 10 seconds to throw this thing.
Last player standing.
Like, just quick shoulder peek. Quick shoulder peek. Bam! Throw it.
Last player
Like,
standing.
a whole 10
That's
seconds in a
unfortunate.
clutch. Pointing a shock dart somewhere. Pointing a recon dart somewhere. Not a good idea.
Defenders win.
I don't really even know what to say about that.
Defenders
This is gonna be on YouTube.
flawless.
This is gonna be on YouTube, so subscribe. Follow my Twitch, join the Discord. Like, share, comment. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if this helped you with anything. I don't play Cypher, but I know how to play him a bit. And don't do these tripwires. I'd recommend watching some Cypher setups on YouTube. Or, this is not an insult at all. Try another agent. Cypher might not be the one. You might just not be good at him. You might not have the intuition. You could just play the wrong agent. Crosshair placement, especially what we saw in market, we saw right here. I mean, his crosshair placement here was a bit off. It's a bit low right now. There are a lot of boxes and lines around every Valorant map that tell you what head level is. This is head level. This box right here, head level. There's boxes everywhere, lines everywhere on the map that tell you what head level is. If you think it's near head level, chances are it is head level. So try to keep your crosshair around these. Right now, if this box wasn't here, if there was no box right here, I would think this is head level because I can't tell. You know, the whole perspective thing, this part of the map being like it narrows down as you look further down. That's a bad explanation, but it's hard to tell what's head level without markers, and this is head level. So as we see here, he doesn't put it any higher, and he starts going down. His crosshair starts going down before he even shoots. He's a bit late, first of all. If you have bad reaction times, put your crosshair further away from the corner. And you see she's about double the distance from the door at the time he shoots. And then he immediately goes a lot lower. I mean, this is an aim thing. I can't tell you, oh yeah, just do this better. The aim is a muscle memory. It's like an intuition thing. So just work on your aim. The more you play, the better your aim will get. But yeah, work on crosshair placement. Try to see some Cypher setups and be more aware, sort of. Just think a lot of more things through. At the bronze level, it's hard to. You don't understand a lot of what goes on and why things happen. So it's good to maybe watch a pro explain their mindset, or watch another VOD review other than this one to explain that. I'm not a pro, obviously. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe, like the video, follow my Twitch, Discord, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.